All right, everybody. Name is Allen Devlin with Atlanta News First. Thank you so much for joining us here on the First Alert Desk. Today is Monday, September 25th, 2023. One of the last Mondays of the month of September. Actually, let me see. I think we have one more, and that'll probably be it, and then we'll be rolling into October. Nope, last Monday. Last day of September is this coming Saturday. I bring that up only because on top of the news that we're going to be talking about, I've got Patrick Pete lined up to talk to you guys about the weather, and it was pretty hot today for people that already start planning their, Halloween parties or their costumes. We almost hit 90. But before we touch on that, I've got a couple of stories I want to walk you guys through here. Thanks for joining me once again. First story is going to be one that's going to maybe impact all of us, no matter where you were. And I say all of us because it's not just Atlanta, it's really the country here. We've got a auto worker union strike that could potentially impact car prices for you if you're in the market to buy a car or you want to get your car fixed, whatever that may be. Now, the deal is there are no actual... No deals. Let me turn that down some for you. There are no actual auto plants here in the metro area. But what we do have is a lot of factories that produce the parts for the cars. So this is where these people are. They were out striking today, and they said they're going to be out there 24/7 until a deal is reached. They're not leaving until a deal is reached, and they get better wages, better work, everything that would come with a normal strike. This is also on a unrelated but related term coming at the same time as the writers' strike is possibly coming to an end, depending on what this deal looks like and if they actually vote and authorize it. They came up with a deal, and then the actors are actually still on strike. They have not reached an agreement, and all three of those are on the heels of a possible government shutdown that could be coming this Saturday. So there's a lot going on right now in terms of these unions impacting, striking, whatever significance you'd want to give it, that really could impact you, me, all of us. Even though we are not actors or writers or auto workers or politicians, these four things are really going to determine the money out of your pocket and how easy it is to save and interest rates and everything that comes along with it. So a story that we here at Atlanta News First are following very closely, keeping our eyes on all of that. Something else we were keeping our eyes on today was a scary situation out of Marietta, where a couple got involved into some pretty serious stuff. According to police, they say that they responded to the house because of a multitude of incidents that went down, where you had SWAT teams showing up after a apparent road rage incident, a hit and run incident, and then some kind of incident inside one of the homes, a domestic dispute. Two people then ended up getting arrested, taken to jail. They're at the adult detention center right now because of this hours-long standoff where they really threw everything they had at this apartment trying to figure out what in the world was even happening up in Marietta. Thankfully, no serious injuries. They were SWAT that is, able to de-escalate a very tense situation there with the couple. They have both been arrested and are awaiting those, I guess they've been charged, but they are awaiting their day in court to see what comes next with that. But again, thankfully, nothing bad coming out of that. The next story I want to jump directly into here is a good news story for our parent company, Great Television. What we have is a new tentative deal, actually, where, like you just heard Adam Murphy talking there, a new deal is going to allow for Peachtree TV to start showcasing and broadcasting live sports, but not just any sports, local sports, Georgia sports, the Skyhawks in College Park, those kind of teams, football, high school football, I guess we got hockey, we've got frisbee, disc hockey, everything you could list if it's local and it's one of those teams that maybe isn't a professional sports team, semi-professional, whatever it is, OTE, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff this website, this channel, I should say, is going to be hosting. But you heard Adam Murphy there. He is going to walk us through exactly what that means for all of you sports fans out there, because you just got a lot more access to what very well could be some of your favorite sports teams.
To Brooks, to Lawson.
Sports fans across Georgia scored a huge win this week. They will now be able to watch live local sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Save, rebound, score.
Great Television announced the launch of the Peachtree Sports Network on broadcast television. WANF and WPCH President and General Manager Eric Schrader said it will be available on channel 17.2 as well as on Comcast and Spectrum Cable.
People enjoy watching live sports, and the way to grow sports fan bases is really to be able to watch it over broadcast, to be able to watch it for free.
The Peachtree Sports Network will broadcast live games from the College Park Skyhawks of the NBA G League, hockey from the Atlanta Gladiators, and the Savannah Ghost Pirates of the ECHL, the Georgia Swarm of the National Lacrosse League, and Ultimate Disc from the Atlanta Hustle of the American Ultimate Disc League. High school football will also be televised through Score Atlanta.
You know, I feel like it's a great play for Gray TV. It's an absolutely fantastic play for us, and we're excited.
The Vice President of Operations for the College Park Skyhawks sent this statement saying, quote, "We look forward to engaging with fans across the state of Georgia and seeing the continued growth of our broadcast partner," end quote.
7 days a week, 24 hours a day, you know, gives us the chance to move past just football.
The network will launch on October 1st in the Atlanta area, with high school football being the first live event when Cass takes on Cartersville on October 6th.
We're in talks with other franchises, other leagues. There will be more live sports coming. Today is day one.
Just day one right now, but there's a lot to come in the near future. As Adam just said, the actual network launches October 1st. Which is the upcoming Sunday, the first day of the month of October. And then, as you also heard him say, the first football game, high school football game, is going to be that following Friday. So not this week. It all starts next Sunday. The first football game is that next Friday, October 6th. A lot of good stuff coming to Peachtree TV, a lot of good stuff coming to the Peachtree Sports Network. I'm excited, and as you all should be excited about it as well. Now, it's that time of the show, I guess, the Atlanta News First Alert Desk, where we walk into weather with our meteorologist, Patrick Pete. Live look over Marietta Square. Things are calm, things are warm, humidity's low. Patrick Pete's going to walk us through what's going to be an exciting week because, for the most part, Patrick, we're not really dealing with much rain, really just pretty quiet, right?
Yeah, you know, we're going to add a little bit of moisture, but that's going to come mainly in the form of cloud cover as we head through the next couple of days. There's some low-end rain opportunities here, but I'm not really seeing anything that's first alertable, and I'm not really seeing anything that's going to be too impactful. So, matter of fact, based off of a lot of your comments online, it looks like a lot of you want some rain because you don't want to water your lawn. So I understand completely. Mother Nature not really giving us many opportunities over the course of the next few days. Mostly dry, isolated shower possible here or there. Wednesday looks to be the best chance, but nothing that's just really organized coming through the region. You'll see the clouds build into the area tomorrow morning, so mostly cloudy. It's still going to allow for some daytime heating in the afternoon once we get some breaks in the clouds. Also, that's where that rain chance comes into view. You can see some showers all around, maybe even a stray rumble of thunder, but this is not going to be something that impacts most of you. So dry for the morning with temperatures that are comfortably in the mid to upper 60s as you're making your way into work. And then we'll get into the 80s for the rest of the afternoon. 80 degrees at 12, getting into the upper 80s by 4 or 5. But that's where those spotty showers will dominate the forecast. And even as we head into the evening, we'll keep that 20% chance of a shower around. But it doesn't really look to be too impactful. I still think it's a good day to go for a nice bike ride after work. So green light to get out and about. Meanwhile, more clouds build into the area Thursday, and that's going to help cool the numbers down a little bit. You have the clouds, you have a little bit of more moisture into the region, but also you're going to have an easterly breeze. That's going to be roughly 10 miles per hour or so sustained, but we can see those winds gust 15, 20 miles per hour at times. So we'll be watching for that. That's all going to help wedge in cool air to the area, struggling to get into the 80s across the region for Wednesday afternoon, but I think we get there here in Atlanta. A couple of other isolated locations, and we'll see things dry out through the overnight. I know that you're looking at this map thinking, what's going on here? Check it out. Through Thursday, we're not really talking about a whole lot of measurable rain. There's going to be some isolated pockets where some of those showers fire up that could see, you know, a little bit of accumulation, but nothing that's just like forcing you to turn off the sprinkler system. So just go ahead and be prepared to have to use that a little bit. Meanwhile, we will be above normal tomorrow afternoon as temperatures climb into the upper 80s, and then we will slide back into the lower 80s as we head into your Wednesday and Thursday. Things trend drier Friday into the weekend, which is going to set us up for some gorgeousness. I don't know if you got out this weekend. We actually were out at the North Georgia State Fair on Sunday, and it was amazing. It's a little warm, but it was amazing to be out. Saturday was another beautiful day, and next weekend promises to be equally as gorgeous. A mix of sun and clouds with highs that are going to be in the low to mid 80s. We are also keeping an eye on the tropics because we are still in hurricane season. Tropical Storm Philippe moving to the west at 15 miles per hour. Those winds have knocked down 5 miles per hour. So we were at 50 earlier today as of the 5 o'clock update. They have been taken down to 45. You can see, just as the system is moving to the west, that there's not a whole lot of organization here. It's actually encountering a whole lot of wind shear, and that is what's inhibiting it from developing more. So the National Hurricane Center forecast track doesn't call for intensification. Matter of fact, as we march towards the weekend, we do expect, at least by the weekend, for us to see a little bit of weakening. Those winds should come down a little bit. So no concern there. It doesn't even look like it's going to have any impacts to land. We are also keeping an eye on a tropical wave to the south and east of Philippe. That wave has about a 40% chance of being a depression by Wednesday and an 80% chance next week. So it's trying to get its act together. It's trying to get a little organized. We'll continue to monitor that. I think we only have like 4 or 5 names left on this hurricane name list for this year. So we will continue to monitor that as the waters of the Atlantic are very warm and we could see a little bit of gradual development. Meanwhile, closer to home, it's just going to be the story of the clouds moving in and out of the area with some low-end rain opportunities. That's going to cause for some cooler numbers as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday, and then we trend drier by the weekend. So I've enjoyed our time here this evening, but I'm going to leave you with this 7-day forecast so that you can make plans for the rest of the week, do your screenshots, all that good stuff. Switch over to YouTube real quick and see if there are any comments, but I see no comments, so I'm going to bid you all a farewell, and I'll see you tonight on Peachtree TV at 10.